Welcome back to Curfew Stories. Tonight, we aren't just looking at glitches or shadows. We are diving into 5 documented accounts that defy explanation. Lock your doors, turn down the lights, and whatever you do, don't look behind you. Let's begin. The smiling passenger in 2018, a rideshare driver in Chicago, picked up a man at 2:14 a.m. The passenger sat in the back, perfectly still, staring at the rearview mirror. He didn't say a word for 10 miles. When the driver finally looked back to ask for directions, the seat was empty. But the GPS didn't stop. It kept rerouting to a local cemetery. When the driver checked his dashcam footage later, the passenger was there the whole time. But he wasn't sitting. He was hovering inches above the seat, smiling directly into the camera lens with teeth that looked like shattered glass. The Whispering Pines. Search and rescue officers in the Pacific Northwest have a rule. If you find a staircase in the middle of the woods, don't climb it. In the 90s, a young ranger found a set of white marble stairs miles from any trail. He reported hearing his own voice coming from the top, calling for help. He didn't climb, he ran. 3 days later, his radio recorded a transmission of him talking to himself. Except he was at the station the whole time. The voice on the radio was identical, but it was describing things that hadn't happened yet. To this day, Zone 12 remains closed to the public. The silent notification, imagine your phone pings a photo from an unknown number. It's a picture of you, sleeping, taken from the corner of your room. You live alone on the 4th floor. You check the door locked. You check the windows latched. Another ping. This time, the photo is from 5 seconds ago. It shows you standing in the hallway, looking at your phone. In the background of the photo, a closet door is slightly open. You look at your actual closet. It's closed. Then you realize the photo wasn't taken from the closet. It was taken from inside your phone's front camera. Something is living inside the data. Room 402. An urban explorer entered the Blackwood Hotel in 2021. He found room 402 perfectly preserved, as if it was still 1954. On the nightstand, a rotary phone started ringing. He picked it up. A woman's voice whispered, "He's under the floor." The explorer laughed and pulled up the carpet. He found nothing but dust. But when he tried to leave, the door was gone. The room had no exit. He spent what felt like days in that room until he finally heard a hammer hitting the floorboards from underneath him. The last thing his GoPro recorded was the floorboards opening from the inside. The reflection's revenge. We've talked about the mirror glitch before. But what happens when the glitch stays? Sarah, a medical student, noticed her reflection stopped blinking. At first, she thought she was tired. Then, she saw her reflection reach out and touch the glass while she was standing 3 feet away. The reflection whispered, "Swap with me." Sarah hasn't been seen since. Her roommates say she's still there, but she's different. She stares at mirrors for hours, crying without making a sound, while the girl inside the glass is finally free. The 911 tape from the Arctic in 2011. A remote research station in the Arctic Circle sent a distress signal that lasted only 12 seconds. When the rescue team arrived, the station was perfectly intact, but all 5 scientists were gone. No struggle, no blood, just their boots lined up neatly by the front door. The only thing left was a digital recorder in the kitchen. On it, a scientist named Dr. Aris can be heard whispering, "It's not outside anymore. It's the snow itself." He explains that for 3 days, the snow outside had started forming shapes. Not just any shapes, perfect replicas of the team members standing motionless in the blizzard. The most chilling part, the recording ends with the sound of the front door opening and a voice identical to Dr. Aris saying, "I'm back. I forgot my boots." The real Dr. Aris is heard screaming, not in pain, but in pure terror, before the audio cuts to static. To this day, the station is haunted by what locals call the snow mimics. The elevator to the other side. There's an urban legend from South Korea about a specific elevator sequence in an abandoned corporate building. They say if you press the floors in a certain order for 2, 6, 2, 10, 5, the doors won't open on the 5th floor. Instead, they will open to a version of the building that looks exactly like ours, but with one terrifying difference. There are no lights and no stars in the sky. In 2015, a vlogger decided to live stream the ritual. Everything went according to the legend. When the doors opened on the 5th floor, he stepped out into a pitch-black hallway. His flashlight revealed that the walls weren't made of concrete anymore, but of something that looked like gray, pulsing skin. He tried to run back to the elevator, but the buttons were gone. His livestream viewers watched for 40 minutes as he wandered the infinite hallways. Suddenly, he stopped. He pointed his camera at a window. Outside, thousands of pale faces were pressed against the glass, miles above the ground, silently watching him. The stream cut out. His body was found 3 days later in the elevator on the ground floor. The cause of death? Dehydration, but his hair had turned completely white. Which story kept you the most unsettled? Tell us in the comments. And remember, the curfew has started. Stay safe. Subscribe to Curfew Stories for more unexplained mysteries.